AP Physics, Regents Physics, and a non-Regents course called Applied Physics at Lafayette High School, which is just outside of Syracuse. The unit I'm presenting on is one that I'm actually currently teaching in my Regents Physics class. We're on the unit for work, energy, and power. I decided to frame the unit around the theme of roller coasters because these rides really incorporate all aspects of work, energy, and power. So the unit centers around the question, what are the physics involved in a roller coaster? So I explained to the students that they'll be vying for the contract to design a new roller coaster for the Lancerville amusement park. The Lancers are our school mascot. So the Lancerville owners are looking for fun, and fun is defined as high hills and high velocities. So the students are going to construct the first 2 hills in an open-ended lab using steel marbles and foam hot water pipe installation. So you can kind of see a picture of that. It's not my picture, somebody else. This has been done in different classes. I know the teacher in Tully High School who I've been working with, she's been a great help this year. She has done this kind of lab before, where you split the pipe insulation in half and use marbles, and they construct the hills, and the marble kind of rolls down, and you can look at the different aspects of work, energy, and power. So that's actually on tap for tomorrow. They're going to be starting on that. So every new piece of the unit that I'm teaching, I'm recentering to the roller coasters, and I'm trying to show them how they'll need each piece of science in order to build their coasters. So I'm taking statistics from different coasters. I've been using some of the new hyper coasters that they have at Cedar Point and Canada's Wonderland up in Toronto to actually do different example problems and things like that. Okay, next slide would be great, thanks. So the way that I incorporated technology and literacy, the first thing I did was last Wednesday, I did a virtual field trip with them. I told them that in order to build a roller coaster, they were going to have to do some research. So I gave each group an iPad and some worksheets to guide them on their field trip. So first they built a roller coaster on this interactive site that I found at the Annenberg Foundation website. And what they did on this site was they learned different components of a coaster, and they learned how to make smooth transitions at tops and bottoms of the hill. So it was like you build different components of the coaster and it tells you whether or not it was safe or fun or not. So in that way they were able to learn how a coaster kind of comes together and why transitions are important. And then they accessed 5 videos. They were all shot from the front seat point of view on the roller coaster. So it was kind of like you were riding the roller coaster as you're watching the video. And the students observed how the transitions worked. They also timed how long it took to travel up the top of the first hill. And then they used the internet, because they had the iPad there, so they could use the internet to research statistics on the roller coaster. And in the end, they had, I think each group ended up with 3 roller coasters that they researched and rode. And they calculated the work and the power required to move a person up to the top of each hill. And they also gathered some information so that actually tomorrow we're going to work on talking about what happens as you come down the hill. So it was a really fun lesson, but it was too bad that the absences were much higher than I had anticipated the day before Thanksgiving. So then the literacy piece is also in this project. So each student is going to be responsible for completing his or her own lab report for the roller coaster lab, where they're going to be building the 2-hill roller coaster. And as part of the project, as part of the lab report rather, the students are going to have to write a persuasive narrative to the owners of Lancerville Amusement Park that says why his or her team should be chosen to design the new roller coaster for the park. So that's pretty much what the project is, and like I said, I'm in the middle of teaching it, and so far I think the students have found it a little bit more fun than an average physics class, and I'm hopeful that, you know, as we continue through it, that the authentic backdrop to this unit is going to continue to encourage them and motivate them throughout the unit. So